Hey guys, it's NeoKaiba. It's 2 in the morning right now, and I kind of wanted to get this off my head right now while I'm able to. We had a discussion, me and a couple of the guys in my playgroup. If you're wondering why my eyes are facing up and up into the corner, it's because that's where my screen is. The camera's at a different angle right now. Um, but we had a discussion as to why Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the Yankee come back into the game, and it is quite simply because he isn't as powerful as he was back in the day. Um, the argument one of my friends, I won't mention his name, mentioned is that top decking this in the late game is essentially just a game over. Um, when that's the same aspect for Black Luster. In the late game, if you top deck Black Luster Soldier into the right conditions, you end up stealing the game away. And many of the Chaos variants are usually running Honest, not to mention. So being able to create a powerhouse monster in the late game that will just eventually steal everything is very, very powerful. Not only that, but when he was released, we didn't have all kinds of summoning negations. So like cards like Solemn Judgment and Solemn Warning, they weren't around at the time. Well, I'm not quite so sure about Judgment, but we didn't have Warning or Torrential or Bottomless. Like we didn't have like a lot of these cards that we have now, and we mainly focus as part of our staple core of most of the decks that people play. And stopping his summon was very difficult at the time. Whereas now it's almost entirely irrelevant how you can summon him and whether or not he gets to resolve and stay on the field with us. Um, the other one was that there's a lot more effect negation. Effect Veiler, Breakthrough Skill, Phoenix Chain, Skill Drain. And these are just to name a few that just say no to his effect. Not to mention the prize card everybody's been after. The great old big or giant hand, number 106, giant hand, being able to negate monster effects during either player's turn. That's also a very big one, and that is a viable possibility to negating his effect. But that's really it. There's tons of ways to stop him now that weren't in existence back in the day. So his power level is, it's up there with BLS. If you have him, great. If you brick and you can't do it, then well, whatever. What really are you losing? Like, if you do it in the beginning of the game, your opponent's essentially top decking at that point, and like, there's not a lot of things that people can do when they're essentially put into top deck mode, and that's really it. Like, it's a stupid play to do in the beginning of a game, but like at the late end, the late end is where he'll shine and almost eventually steal the games away. In similar aspect of top decking BLS for the win, I mean, if you attack an established role, so like for this example, we'll use JD. Say your opponent has two established JDs and 6,000 life points. Just say it at that. You top deck BLS, you summon it goes fine. They have for this example, they have no other means of stopping you or responding to anything you do for the duration of this turn. You attack into JD, drop Honest, and you steal the game away. That's really what I would see him being, and it's not like a lot of the Chaos decks will want to like splash him in, but it's the viable option that he's here, and I really think that it's the fear of him coming back that really keeps people from really wanting him to come back. Whereas the power level just isn't there anymore. Like he is strong. I will give people that he is incredibly strong, but he's not broken. Like I hate to piss on somebody's party, but he ain't broken. Um, like really, there's almost no real way I can say that he cannot come back at all. We have tons of means to stop his summon, tons of ways to stop his effect that we never had before, and a lot of it's main decked. Breakthrough skill is a thing. Breakthrough skill until you can get rid of it, compulse it back. Torrential, bottomless, warning. Like I can already see. Like I'm probably either gonna receive no comment on this, or I'm just gonna get a ton of hate because this monster just should not be coming back. But I'm gonna say it. He can come back. He can come back because we have tons of monster effect negation. We have tons of summoning negation. We have tons of ways to stop his summon, remove him from the field. Let's like it's not include. That's not even including like all the stuff that can happen during the course of the duel or the turn. Like, if your opponent banishes two, like let's say they have tons of means of this, you go compulse. You stopped it right there. They try it again, and like say you have a Pleiades, you can Pleiades it back to their hand. They try it again and choose bottomless. Well, yeah, you've wasted 3 resources to stop one monster, but you stopped the monster 3 times. That's really what it's about. He's not nearly as powerful as people think, and like these are still powerful things to do against Black Luster, because not only are you forcing them to do the same thing for the same monster repeatedly, you're forcing their resources from the graveyard as that fodder that creates these powerful plays and these powerful monsters to exist. So really, like Chaos Emperor can come back. That's really all it was, and it turned into a little bit of a heated discussion just because of the fact that he was still going on for that. Like, if you top deck him in the late game, he will steal the game. Like, he will steal the game away, and like he'll wreck your opponent to suddenly being, you know, that you have to have this monster in order to like establish blah 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 blah. Well, no, that's actually pretty much junk. If you have a Chaos Emperor Dragon in hand, and like say it's like BLS, he's at 1. You have a Chaos Emperor in hand. You summon the Chaos Emperor Dragon, and he resolves. Okay, fine. You pay the 1,000 to activate his effect. Your opponent Phoenix Chains you. You then have nothing to do. If you cannot destroy the Phoenix Chain, your effect will be negated. That's basically it, guys. We never had that before. Back during the Yodalock, if you ever want to consider that playing Yu-Gi-Oh, you basically got away with murder, and that was really it. You murdered your opponent to death, and like I think that's what really that's what the power level everybody's remembering it as, and that's why it shouldn't come back. Like that's really what they're thinking, and I think it's like I'm probably might get flagged or censored for this, but it's bullshit. He can come back. His effect is almost completely useless at this point. But like I want him to come back because we have Black Luster, and because we have Black Luster, you know, I feel that Envoy of the End should come back. So that way we can have 1 and 1. I'm not saying he isn't powerful, which he is. He is incredibly powerful, guys. But he's not as powerful as everybody's leading up to. So the sooner you and you the viewer and many other players realize this, that his power level is nowhere near what it was. I mean, we just got Glow Up Bulb back. Like, the players in the TCG just got Glow Up Bulb back. We thought this was never going to happen. And lo and behold, here it is. Here's Glow Up Bulb again. And, you know, we're a few cards short of making the famous Plant Secret deck again. Ugh, sorry, guys. I do apologize for the yawning and whatnot. But, anyways, guys, this has been my my rant, I guess you could say, of why Chaos Emperor Dragon can come back. He can come back, guys. Really look into it. Ignore the propaganda that, oh, he's so powerful, and like, oh, he was so busted back in the day, and bringing him back now is gonna ruin Yu-Gi-Oh, and I want to quit. Blah, 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 blah. Enough, guys. It's your excuse as to why he can't come back, and that's all it is. It's an excuse. You don't have a legitimate reason. He can come back, Konami. He can come back, everybody. He is truly not that powerful. There are more powerful cards that I think cannot come back at all before this one. This guy can come back. Even if it's at 1, for a short amount of time just to prove that. That's what happened with BLS. It was just to prove it. But he should be coming back at some point. I want him to come back. Many other players feel that he can come back. The power creep is just so rampant. But anyways, guys, this has been NeoKaiba signing out.